festive costumes on a budget. Easy, stylish. This is dressmaking for people who hate sewing. Well, fancy that. You don't have to be a witch to conjure up this old hag. This costume may look complicated, but the basic techniques are very simple. How many of us have had to resort to bin liners to conjure up that witch's costume at the last minute? Well, the idea here is to make a witch's costume that's simple, but a little bit more impressive than usual. The basic outfit is based on this cotton skirt that I found in a charity shop, and elastic has been threaded through the waist to make it fit. The overskirt was created by getting a piece of ordinary net, scrunching it all up, and then spraying blotches of black paint over it so that when it opens up, it looks like this. Now, to give it more volume, you can slash all the way down so that eventually you have something like this with all these slashed bits, and it can all be joined at the top with an elastic waistband. From the rest of the black material, I cut a triangle and frayed the edges to make a fringe shawl, or you could use an old black scarf. To make the hat, you need a triangle of black card with a curved edge at the bottom. And on that curved edge, if you just snip away so that you've got a little fringe, once you've done that, smartly bring the bottom ends together. And then staple that into place. And once you're happy with that, then start sticking the rest of the opening down like that. And then once you've done that, you need to make the brim. And the brim is just another piece of black card, this time a circle. Press the cone onto that, and where the snippets sort of spread out, use that to stick the cone to the brim. And you do that all the way around until eventually you end up with something like this. To cover all that join, I've just put lots of net that I've just snipped away and stuck down. I've got the old rope that I've used for the hair, and that's just been stuck inside. And then to give it a really gruesome feeling, I've just scrunched up the whole thing. Now, any self-respecting hag will be sporting the latest nail polish. These long fingernails from a joke shop were sprinkled with glitter for extra effect. As you can see, no witch goes out without her makeup on. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble, evil costumes on the double. Now some even quicker ideas for you to wing your way to any high-flying party. Yes, all these ideas are based on wings. You can be a bat with the help of some bin bags. If you paint pieces of material prettily, you can make a butterfly. Some yellow sticky tape and some gauze wings give you a buzzing bee. Well, they were some pretty fast fixes, weren't they?
They were.
They were, for busy people who need to fly to a fancy dress party. But now I'm going to make a skeleton outfit for my mate Reese here, aren't I?
Yeah.
And the first ingredient that you need is to be dressed in a dark colour from head to toe. And that's why I've got dark trousers, dark top, dark gloves and dark socks. And what you might have realised already is that I've actually started putting all the bones on for the skeleton because this one's nearly finished. So if I just give you, Reese, your socks and your trousers and you put them on over there, okay? Socks first, okay? And then I'll just finish off. Now, the bones on the body are simply white tape, and I'll just put the final bone into position. And just cut that off there. And the joints, they're made from my friend, oh yes, that good old sticky back plastic. And I've cut them into circles. Big ones for the joints at the shoulder, and smaller ones for those elbow joints. And don't worry also, if you haven't got dark outfits like this without any logo, you can always turn them inside out. Anyway, look, that's perfectly ready. Are you ready? You are, that's not bad. Come on, hop over here. And we'll just, you got dressed really speedy, didn't you? Put your hands in your gloves. This hand first. There you go. That's it, you turn around and put that in there. You got your fingers in? And in this one as well. Wonderful. Okay, now this bit I like because this is where you sort of disappear for a little while and then you come back to life again. So turn around that way. And now you see Reese, she says. Oh, now you don't. Shall I keep it like that? No? Ooh, there you go. Arms through. That side. Wonderful. Now you're really beginning to look like a proper skeleton, aren't you? You're getting your hand through. Don't know if I'm actually helping or not. Let's tuck all this in. Oh, fab. You really do look skeletal. Now, what I've got to do, one last thing, is your makeup. So, we want you to look convincing, don't we? So lots of this, dab it all over. Now, this is what I have to do in the morning to improve myself. You're doing this to look gruesome, aren't you? There you go. Is that nice? Yeah? Now for the eyes, they've got to be deep, dark sockets. And around they go. Ooh, whoopie-woo. I'm beginning to feel scared of you now. It's really looking very effective. Whee! And then just little bits on the side of your nose. And if I give you those gruesome dark lips, I think that's sort of... Yeah! Go and have a look at that. You're frightening me already. Ooh, ooh. Many of the materials in this programme are potentially flammable, so please keep costumes and especially children away from sources of heat and fire. There you are. Fantastic costumes that are horribly easy to make. Have a gruesome party.
Well, if you would like the booklet that accompanies this series, please send a cheque or postal order for £3.50, made payable to BSS 2, fancy that, P.O. Box 7, London W5 2GQ.